Now there's a subtle thing about index formatting that you may not notice. In fact, I missed this early on, so I want to make sure that we address it here in this video. So let's zoom up here first. Let's get up around 200%. And let's look at our entries here. Now we did reformat these, so we're going to bring up the paragraph designer just to show you that. And you'll see that we formatted these with Tribucket MS, and that's our paragraph format that we're using. But let's bring up the character designer instead, and we'll take a look at this. Now let's get an entry that's got page numbers. So we're going to put our cursor here in this level 2 entry, and you can see in the font family that it's using Tribucket, but I'm going to hit the right arrow key and go over towards this page number. And you'll see when I hit this page number, it actually changes to Times New Roman. And if you look closely, you can see that. Now let's go to the reference page, and I'll show you where we're going to take care of that. So if we go down here, we have this paragraph format called index IX. And the way this is named is for every marker type we include in our index, you're going to have the marker name and then the IX suffix. So we have index IX. If we had included subject markers, we'd have a paragraph called subject IX, and so on. So we want to look at this, and we can see that this paragraph format is formatted with Times New Roman. And this is an odd thing about FrameMaker indexes. You can actually format the page numbers differently from the entry itself. So we want to quickly change that just so we're consistent here. So we're going to go to the paragraph designer, and we're going to change this to Tribucket MS, because this is what we're using in the regular entries. So we're going to click update. Now if we go to the body pages, we're not going to see this until we regenerate the index. So we're going to go ahead and click the update button. And update it, and you can see it's refreshing here now. And we'll just take a look here. We'll click in our paragraph, we'll bring up the character designer, and we're going to hit the right arrow key. Let's get our cursor in the document itself. We're going to hit our right arrow key, and as we go across, now it does briefly change to Times New Roman, and we'll show you where that actually is too. That's not quite as critical, but let's show you that anyway. Go back to the reference page, and that's actually this paragraph here. This paragraph determines the separators, and we'll give you some detail on this in a later video, but let's go ahead and change this as well. And obviously this isn't quite as critical because this is just dealing with the separators, but you want to probably be consistent with these. And I forgot to get the paragraph designer. So make sure you have the paragraph designer, not the character designer. And there it is right there. We're going to say update style, and we're going to go to the body pages, and we have to update it again. And now if we click on our index, and let's bring up the character designer, and we'll just right arrow across, and of course we have Tribucket MS, and then when we hit this space, we still have Tribucket, and we go across, and then we go down to our next entry. So if you see that in yours, you'll know what you have to do. Like I say, in most cases it's not critical, especially the separators, but I think most times you're going to want the page numbers to be formatted the same as the entries.